What a college football weekend. My dark horse, Louisville. Maybe they didn't win, guys, but they gave Clemson a ride for their money last week in the win for Clemson. So, what about this weekend? Who do I think is going to win this weekend? And what's it going to take for Oklahoma to win the Red River Shootout, the Red River rivalry? Because as you guys know, I don't pick the OU games anymore because I don't want to be a homer. So basically what I do now is to tell you what it's going to take for Oklahoma to win and what's it going to take for Charlie Strong to keep his job and if Texas wants to win. What's it going to take, guys? I'll let you know next. Don't go away. Welcome back to the preview picks show, everybody. Everybody get your picker out. I'm right here. I'm your picker. At least on this one. Starting in the Big 12, 2 picker games. The Deuce picker, TCU will be at Kansas on ESPNU. I'll take the Frogs. They'll rebound. I have no problem in picking TCU in this one. Kansas, they'll be lucky if they win another game. The other early kick on Fox Sports 1 from the Cotton Bowl will be my beloved Oklahoma Sooners and the hated Texas Longhorns. What's it going to take for each one of these schools to win? Well, for Oklahoma to win, they got to have some balance, and they got to get the ball to, I think that they're pretty even as far as 2-2 is concerned. 1-0 and 0-1 in the league, obviously, is going to make a big difference. So what's it going to take to challenge that difference? 2 things. The kicker, Austin Seibert's been pretty good. Other than that, though, a 5-star athlete can make a big-time difference. So you got to get Joe Mixon the ball again. And let him break one. He broke off a huge run last week, 67 yards. Let him do that again. If they do those things, and then defensively, they just play smart, technical football. That'll be okay. Remember, Buechele is only a freshman. So that should help the Oklahoma defense. What about Texas? Well, what Texas has to do, they have to stay on their man, stay on their man, stay on their man, and stay on their man. They have to know that Oklahoma is going to want to go deep if they can. But first, they're going to want to run the ball on them too. They are a balanced offense. But when they want to go deep, they've got to stay with the receivers that Oklahoma has. Westbrook and Neal and those guys. That's what they have to do defensively. Offensively, it's going to be really hard for them to do with both running backs being out. But they got to take the pressure, even though the defensive backs for Oklahoma aren't quite up to par. You don't want to test them too much with a freshman quarterback. So, test them a couple of times. Don't get too greedy, though. You want to use the ground game, too, a little bit. If they do those things, Texas can win the ball game. There is not another game at the 11 a.m. slot. The 2 p.m. slot. Or I guess the 2:30 slot, I'm sorry. On ESPNU, you'll be able to see Iowa State and Oklahoma State. I'm going to take Oklahoma State in this one. The game, I believe, will be in Ames, this year. So watch it. No, in Stillwater. In Ames, they almost got them again last year. The late kick for the Big 12, 6 o'clock. Texas Tech at Kansas State on the U. I'm going to go with Kansas State in this ball game. So if you're not like me and my dad and you're not going to be at OU Texas, you might as well just at 2:30. Might as well just go to ESPNU and keep it there all day from 11 tonight. The Fox Sports 1 game will be Oklahoma and Texas, but other than that, every single game will be on ESPNU. All right. What about National League? Other games around the league. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Georgia Southern will be at Arkansas State on ESPN3.com. I'm taking Georgia Southern in this ball game. Thursday night football. College football, I'm sorry. Temple and Memphis on ESPN. I'm going to go with Memphis. CBS Sports Network at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. Western Kentucky will be at Louisiana Tech on CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with La Tech. Friday, you go on a quattro of games. Starting at 7 o'clock, Clemson will be at Boston College on ESPN. I'm going to go with Clemson. ESPNU will have Tulane at Central Florida. I'm going to go with Central Florida. And our buddies to the north of Tulsa will host SMU, as SMU will be at Tulsa on ESPN2. I'm going with Tulsa. Also, Boise State will be at New Mexico on CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with Boise State. Saturday football. If you're not going to be at the State Fair of Texas, you're probably going to be in front of your TV and you'll be able to see all these games in front of such TV. A little bit of an earlier kick time too, by the way, because at 10:30 a.m. you'll see Cincinnati and UConn on CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with University of Connecticut Huskies. The regular kickoff time, 11 a.m. The rest of the games start with East Carolina at South Florida on ESPN News. I'm going with South Florida. Iowa will be at Minnesota on ESPNU. I'm going with Minnesota. Notre Dame will be at Clemson at North Carolina State on ABC. I'm going to go with NC State. Maryland will be at Penn State on the Big Ten Network. I'm going to go with Penn State. LSU and Florida on ESPN. I'm going to go with Florida. We'll also see Auburn and Mississippi at Mississippi State. I'm going to go with Mississippi State in this ball game on the SEC Network. Southern Mississippi at UTSA on the American Sports Network. I'm going to go with Southern Miss. 11:30 a.m. game. Georgia Tech will be at Pittsburgh on the ACC Network. I'm going to go with the Pitt. 1 p.m. Bowling Green will be at Ohio on ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with the old Bobcats of Ohio. 2 o'clock. We'll stay in Ohio because Miami of Ohio will be at Akron on ESPN3.com. I'll go with Akron. Toledo will be at Eastern Michigan on ESPN3.com. I'm going with Eastern Michigan. And Houston will be at Navy. That one will be on ESPN3.com. I'm going with the Cougs. 2:30 p.m. for the Battle of the ACC will be on ABC or ESPN2. Check local listings. Virginia Tech and will be at North Carolina. I'm going to go with UNC. The mirror game of ABC or ESPN2, that will be Brigham Young at Michigan State. I'm going to go with Michigan State in this ball game. Staying in Big Ten play, as Indiana will be at the Ohio State. I'm going to go with Ohio State. That game will be on ESPN. The Big Ten Network will have Purdue at Illinois. I'm going to go with Illinois. They'll make a lot of noise on that one on the Big Ten Network. Texas State will be at Georgia State on ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with Georgia State. Charlotte will be at Florida Atlantic on the FAU Sports Network. I'm going to go with FAU. ESPN3.com will have Kent State at Buffalo. I'm going to go with Buffalo. Ball State at Central Michigan will be on ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with Central Michigan. And Army will be at Duke on the ACC network. I'm going to go with the Dukies. Our old buddy Trevor Knight and Texas A&M. They'll host Tennessee in one of the stiffier games. I'm going to go actually with Texas A&M in this ball game. Trevor Knight will get this one done on CBS National Television, CBS National, and on the Roots Sports Network. Air Force will be at Wyoming. I'm going to go with Wyoming. 3 o'clock game, there's 2 sets of them. On the Pac-12 network, you'll have Colorado at USC. I'm going to go with USC. And the SEC network will have Vandy at Kentucky. I'm going to go with the U of K for Mark Stoops. Mark and Bob's brother. Mike and Bob's brother, sorry. 3:30 p.m. on pay-per-view Time Warner Cable. You'll see Hawaii at San Jose State. I'm going to go with San Jose in this ball game. 5 o'clock p.m. on USA TV, you'll see the University of Massachusetts at Old Dominion. On the Conference USA TV network, I'm going to go with ODU. CBS Sports Network, you'll have Northern Illinois at Western Michigan. I'm going to go with Western Michigan in this ball game. A load of games at the 6 o'clock dot, including, let's see, Fresno State at Nevada on ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with Nevada. Marshall will be at our old buddy from North Texas, Seth Luttrell in North Texas on the Arm and Sports Network. I'm going to go with UNT. The Mean Green, by the way. After that one, we have Syracuse, and they will be at Wake Forest on the ACC network. I'm going to go with Wake. Idaho State will be at the University of Louisiana Monroe. I'm going to go with ULM. Big Bad Alabama will be at Arkansas. Arkansas, they can keep this thing close, but it's Alabama. Can you really go against Alabama? And finally on ESPN2, that game's on ESPN. ESPN2, the game will be, let's see, Michigan will be at Rutgers. I'm going to go with Michigan. This one on ESPN2. 6:30 p.m., the national game on Fox this week. Washington will be at Oregon. I'm going to go with Oregon. The other game at 6:30 will be Georgia at South Carolina on the SEC network. I'm going to go with SEC's USC, University of South Carolina. 7 p.m., the primetime games. We're there, finally. Battle for Florida will be a part of that one on ABC. Florida State will be at Miami. I'm going to go with the U. Good luck, by the way, to Mark Richt and Miami. 8 p.m., Oregon State will be at Cal Berkeley on the Pac-12 network. I'm going to go with Cal. 9 o'clock, you'll have Arizona as they will be at Utah on Fox Sports 1. I'm going to go with Utah. And Utah State will be at Colorado State. Battle of the States on CBS Sports Network. I'm going to take the Colorado State battle part of the ball game. 3 more games to break down for you real quick. 9:30 p.m., Washington State will be at Stanford on ESPN. I'm going to go with Stanford. UCLA will be in Tucson at Arizona State on ESPN2. I'll take ASU. And finally, UNLV will be at San Diego State on ESPNU. I'm going to go with San Diego State. All right, everybody. Enjoy your college football weekends. Again, don't take this to the bag or anything like that. It's just me. I'm not a picker or anything. I just look at the games and just tell you who I think is going to win. Don't forget to check out my YouTube broadcast, Boomer Sooner 1982. Check them out there. You can check me out on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at Sooner_fan_. Okay. Hope to see you guys next weekend. And enjoy your college football weekend, everybody. Should be fun. I'm out of here. Good luck to all your teams.